Welcome back to Northern California Disc Golf. Here at NorCal Disc Golf, I'm Peter Beckwith, your host. And we're at Lucchesi Park in Petaluma for a little doubles action as we kick off doubles for the 2018 season today. So if you're a UFO member or somebody who loves disc golf, come out to Lucchesi, 5 o'clock, doubles, run by Russ. This is a little bit of a preview and something I thought I'd make for you guys. If you're a fan of disc golf, this is a different kind of disc golf than we're usually prone to seeing. This is a safari course, and some of the holes are not the best marked. That's why I went out here and filmed it for you. So if you're in the North Bay area, you can go out and you can find your way and navigate your way around this fun little course. We are actually starting on hole number 4, which is a par 3 hyzer shot. And we have 4 great golfers out here today, and some of them you will have seen before. This is a newcomer to the channel. This is Patrick Barnhart, otherwise known as Patty Mayonnaise. And for all nicknames, you'll actually have to go to the player and see what he says, because I don't know if I'm in liberty to tell you. Here's Dale Gatlin, the Gatlin gun. And this was a doubles match, A pool, B pool. So most of the shots you'll see the B poolers shooting first. Here's Jeff Nyholm, gunslinger, great putter. And here's Michael Peremba, who we just saw at the Oakland City Championships on NorCal Disc Golf not too long ago. And as you can see, the basket just over 200 feet away, not too difficult of a shot, just a nice hyzer shot. And a really nice putt for Dale Gatlin to get things going here. Peremba from Nyholm's drive with an XT Nova. And birdie action to start things off. And here we are on hole number 5. A longer hyzer, but it's fun because there's out of bounds on the left hand side where the trees are if you end up in that patch of leaves and things like that, or if you go long, there is a cart path or sidewalk that is also out of bounds. And you can see Patrick, that's a decent shot. He'll be in play, but not your ideal location, as we see Gatlin going to his ghost. I think it's like a 9-time ghost or equivalent to a 9-time rock, and that almost went in the hole. That was parked. Here's Nyholm, and you can see that's a pretty decent drive, but he's going to be, I think he'll be a little bit tight of the OB. We'll see where Peremba ends up here. And here's Nyholm, and this is for a birdie, because the ghost is under the basket. Let's see what he can do. Oh, sharpshooter. The old gunslinger. Nyholm for birdie too. That was impressive and fun to watch. You can see the tennis courts behind and the building behind. There is a sidewalk that goes along that path, and that is considered OB, as well as Gatlin slam dunking it in for the birdie. So both of our groups here go birdie to start off. And Michael Peremba is no stranger to Lucchesi Park. 2-time Mr. Lucchesi himself. Hole number 6, one of the easier holes and a must-get on this doubles format. It's a wide open hyzer shot. There isn't a whole lot of things in the way, but if you do end up on the left-hand side, I believe that is OB, is the cart path is your marker here. And Patrick, that's not a good shot. That's not what you want to do. And going back to the well here, as Gatlin throws a park job. That is 2 in a row for Gatlin. And that's a really nice shot. Here's Nyholm. And that lady with her dog better watch out. Oh! One thing to note, when you go to Lucchesi, there's people all over the place. And Peremba giving his team a chance here. Let's see if Jeff can go 2 for 2. Oh no. And boys and girls at home, keep the nose of your putter down in a headwind, because that's what can happen. And Peremba completes the turkey. Patrick with a tap in off the Gatlin drive.
Mr. Lucchesi.
There he is, 2-time Mr. Lucchesi. He knows it. Birdie start here. 2 turkeys, and both of these cards are off to a great start. Now, hole number 7, one of the more difficult holes. It plays as a par 3, but it has a mandatory jungle gym. So you have to go through the jungle gym in order to go forward on this hole. That is the only OB. So let's see if Patrick can fight through the window. And that's not even close. That's a decent shot, but not close to the window. And see if Gatlin can find his way through. Oh, that's so close, but it just went right over the bar. And he is parked, but that is not a drive that counts, as Nyholm hits the wood posting. So 0 for 3 here, and that'll work. Peremba laying up. That's a good layup. As Gatlin's going to come back, and you don't have to go through the jungle gym, I don't believe. You just have to go around it and then back through it, and that was parked. That was a great shot by Gatlin. Huge accuracy. And this is Nyholm and Peremba's second shot after hitting the wood, and that's not terrible, but Peremba wanted to be a little bit closer, had to have a little bit nicer shot, and that's going to put him within a 3 range. Now, I missed Gatlin and Patrick's third shot, so this is for a bogey. And Patrick going way over the basket. One of the things Lucchesi is typical is it's very windy, it's very open, so you're bound to have a little bit of wind at you. And Gatlin almost nailing it, but not quite. So they're going to have a 5 as Jeff off the front of the basket, and that was for a 3, so this is for 3 for Peremba. And a couple basket beaters. Shout out to the Mendocino guys. And that's going to be a bogey and a 5. So hole 7 doing some damage to our featured card. As we go into hole 8, a much easier hole. And here is hole 8. Hole 8, a simple hyzer shot. This plays as an island though, so if you don't hit the island, you're going to be out of bounds. Cart path if you're short. So it is a slightly difficult hole, but for these players, most of the time you should be hitting in play. Here's Nyholm going back to his XT Nova. And that's a really pretty line. And that's going to sit right up there. He'll be within circle 1. So he'll be inside the circle for a putt. And Peremba with a very, very similar line, but I think he went a little bit deeper. But they'll be within 15, 20 feet. Here's Patrick, and this looks like just a grip lock, and that's not good. So they will not be using that one, and Gatlin's going to have to come up with a better shot here. And he did. So here's Gatlin's shot. And Patrick says, I'll take that. Bangs the putt for a birdie 2. And Peremba, not a problem. Gets the birdie. 2-time Lucchesi champ. He loves saying it. Another star frame for our featured card as we move into another tricky and mandatory hole, hole number 9. So this is mandatory gazebo. So you have to go through the gazebo, and this is going to be a slight dogleg right. Very difficult shot for our players, including our featured card. Here's Nyholm first on the box. And he went really straight. I'm not sure where he went. I think he hit the gazebo. But that's the line as Peremba fights through it. They'll have maybe a 35-40 footer for birdie. But that's a really nice shot. And that's exactly how you want to play it. Patrick completely misses the gazebo left. But that wasn't a terrible shot. It was actually gazebo high. And Gatlin completely missing the gazebo as well. So this is Gatlin's second shot. And he's laying up because you have to go back around and through the gazebo. So this is their third shot. This is for par. And that's going to be short. Let's see what Patrick can do. One of the fun things about Lucchesi is its interesting style of shots. It gives the players a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks. And the variety of shots is always fun. And that nearly went in the basket, but it's long. And here we are. This is for birdie. Let's see what sharpshooter Jeff can do. Oh, and he's off the basket again. So he has made the first shot of the round and then pretty much missed everything after that. So let's see if he can get back on track. And Peremba rattles in and out. So they'll have a par. Oh no. Patrick. See if Gatlin can make this.
Oh my God.
Now it's a double shank. And another 5. That's 2 5s. Very rarely do you ever see Gatlin or anybody teamed up with Gatlin get 2 5s. So that's going to drop them to even. And Peremba and Nyholm are still at -3. So now we're at hole number 1. As I mentioned earlier, the players started at hole 4. Hole number 1 has mandatory right. So you can see the tree with the orange splotch on it. You have to go right of that tree. And typically, what you want to do is you want to go straight up the middle and land short of the parking lot. As there is OB riddled all over this hole, and that is OB. If you go straight, as we see Peremba trying to do, that's still in play. The basket is on the other side of the parking lot. And unfortunately, that is out of bounds. That didn't make the man done. Gatlin with a really beautiful shot there. That's going to be where they're going to be playing their second from. But you can see the basket is on the other side of the parking lot.
Make it through.
And it is a par 3. It is not a par 4. It's a very, very difficult shot.
Hit the shopping cart.
And Nyholm's shot actually went out of bounds, and that's a really nice forehand by Peremba, and he'll have a putt for 3. Here's Patrick, and that's going to get them within range. Let's see if Gatlin can get closer. And underneath the basket should work. No. And another high putt from Jeff. And this is, you don't often see this from him. Again, he's a really good putter. And that's another air ball. So let's see if Jeff can make this 5-footer. Oh no! Something is terribly wrong. And Peremba having to clean up that mess. That's going to be a bogey. As Patrick with an easy tap in. So picking up a stroke with a par as Team Barnhart and Gatlin as we go into my favorite hole on the course, hole number 2. Hole number 2 is a par 4. You have to go through the hallway. Now every single one of these pillars is Mando, so you have to go through the hallway clean, and then from there that's going to set up your second shot through 2 willow trees, which play as double Mando. So there is so much Mando on this hole, it's not even funny. As we see Patrick hitting a pillar early, that's out of bounds. Probably won't be playing that one. See if Gatlin can pipe one here. And that's a beautiful shot. That's going to set them up really nice. You can see I was about to turn there. You'll see the double Mando coming up shortly. And there's Nyholm, and that was a good kick. It's in the middle of the hallway, but Peremba's gonna almost hit me. He throws a seed right by me, and there you can see there's the basket, there's the 2 willow trees, and there's the mandatory. So you have to go around this, or right through the middle of it, I should say, to get to the basket.
Yeah, get over there.
Very difficult shot indeed. And I think Russ had 20 bucks on this if Peremba made it. Russ always throwing out huge money if you can make one of these impressive shots. And a good effort by Peremba. He'll have that for a birdie 3. And Patrick is going to be in play. As you can see, the water next to you on the right, and the sidewalk is out of bounds. And I think Dale, in fact, I don't know what happened, but they might have ruled that out of bounds because they're playing Patrick's. Oh, and he just about made it in for birdie. A heartbreaker. And didn't even hit metal, as they're going to have to settle for a 4, a par on this hole. And Peremba trying to pick up a shot here. And he got it. A really nice 3 for Peremba and Nyholm, as Gatlin picking up a par. So that's going to give them a 3-shot lead heading into our final and one of our more scenic holes here, the par 3, hole 3, and this is our mini Fountain Hills. You can see there it is over the water, under the willow tree, a par 3, just a beautiful hole. I think we have a pano coming up here. You can see it's just a gorgeous park, all kinds of possibilities for holes. There's more than 18 holes out here.
It's a dual. Look, it's got a dual fountain.
And you can hear a couple of the guys in the clip right there. I think Gatlin and Peremba calling it Fountain Hills. Double fountains. So we don't make it out to Arizona much, but this is our own personal Fountain Hills course. And I think Jeff just grip locked it because he's going to go to the bench. Past the bench, that's not close to the hole, but he is safe and not in the water. Always a worry for the players. You don't want to end up in the water. So easy to do. Oh, and that almost skipped in the hole. That was a heck of a shot by Peremba. He's under the basket. And going through the fountains, not your typical route, not really suggested route, but Patrick is safe, but he's about 75 to 80 feet away from the basket, and Gatlin is just going to settle about 10 feet from it, maybe more, maybe 12.
What?
Patrick with a nasty spit out there, and Gatlin cleaning it up for birdie. There's Ivy underneath the basket. Really, this is a fun hole. And there he is. He's back. Nyholm bangs it for birdie. So you can see the players finishing up at -4 and -1. So a 3-shot lead for Peremba and Nyholm, as we will have the back nine out for you shortly in the conclusion of this doubles match at Lucchesi Park. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter, and please come out to Lucchesi doubles starting tonight at 5 o'clock. And we have more stuff in the bags, exciting videos coming out, so stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching. We'll get you next time.